Hello, today I'm going to video Debs painting a piece of furniture for Mr. Murray, who's bought lots of pieces of furniture off us recently. This was one that she's done for him. She's already painted this piece of furniture, a chest of drawers, and it's in a faro and ball off black. I'll show you the tin in a moment, but we think that looks amazing. We were all a bit skeptical about how it would turn out, but we think it looks really very good. We normally go for, or our customers normally have us paint their furniture in an off-white or a cream. This is the first time we've used an off-black and we really like it. So, and it goes very nicely with the dark brown knobs, the original knobs. Okay, so this is the other piece that we're doing. Well, Debs is painting. It's a cupboard. And just around this side. And she's primed this earlier and now painting. There's one of the doors. Hello.
Hi there. Right, I'll just quickly explain what I've done. When we had the original Bearwood furniture, what you need to do is get some really fine wire wool. Just give it a really good rub down with that so you take off any edges, any flaky wood. Make sure it's very clean and dust free. Then just get your undercoat, prime it all over. You can put this on quite quickly, just get as much coverage as you can. When that's dry, then obviously you put your first coat of the colour that you're using. So what you do again is you keep it so that it is quite a nice fine application, because you don't want to get too thick sort of sections of paint going on, because you won't get that lovely finish at the end. So literally just get your brush, just go with the grain of the wood obviously, so again you just get a really nice finish.
So what size brush are you using?
Well, I'm using a 50mm brush, but I've also got a 2.5mm brush there as well, so that if I do feel I need to go across the smaller sections with it, I can. But I've previously done this one all with the large brush and had no problems at all. But if you find you can't get in these little nooks and crannies, then just get the little brush, and when you do those you need to rest it in there. So don't just sort of strip it down, rest the edge of the brush into that first, so that you can allow the paint just to seep into any gaps, and then you can carry on just painting normally. So you can see, just rest the brush in, almost sort of push it into the wood, and then you'll get that nice coverage everywhere. And then what we would do when this dries, you need to apply a second coat, and then you should get the same result as the first chest of drawers. And
Okay.
that's it.
So yes, this is the off black that we're using, number 57, faro and ball. What kind of primer did you use?
We just used a really, just a normal everyday wood primer. Obviously, yes, it has to be for wood. This is just your good old home base, quick dry primer and undercoat.
Okay.
If you find the Bearwood has got a lot of knots, if it's more of a knotty pine, then you might want to use a knotting fluid over it, just to stop any leaks from the knots, because sometimes the wood just seeps constantly. So if it's really bare wood and there's lots of knots, you can see there are some knots here. Just use a knotting fluid.
So underneath the primer you'd use the knotting fluid?
Yeah, underneath the primer you just put that on. It dries within 10 minutes, and then you can just carry on.
Okay. So there we go. That's Debs with her painting tutorial. And please like and share our blog. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh hi, just to recap a little bit, before you start doing any of your painting, we do advise you to remove as much hardware as possible, and that would be the key plates that would normally go around here, any latches that are on the inside of the doors, and that way you can put them back on and still have that original feature. If like me, you are painting over some of the hinges because it's hard to remove every single piece of hardware. What we would advise you to do is, again, at the end, when it's all dry, get a bit of steel wool and just rub it back so that the brass or whatever the colour of the hardware is will be re-exposed. But if you want to keep that slightly old distressed look, then you can just rub a little bit of the paint away, so it just gives it a really authentic look again. But just be aware to keep all your little bits and bobs in a box so that you don't lose anything, and then when it's totally dry, just put them back on. Okay? Some people do.
Another thing to add about our painted furniture is that, as you can see the back here, we wouldn't paint the bits of the furniture that you're not going to see. So we leave the back, and sometimes our customers like the insides painted. It's completely up to you, it's your choice. Some like them painted, some like them left. With the drawers, if you are going to paint a piece of furniture with drawers, we advise you to just paint, like this drawer, about 1.5 inches in, only so that it still slides nicely and doesn't stick. So that's what we do. Okay, thank you.